Okay, hi everybody. We're gonna talk about this topic that I was asked to discuss with everyone. It's a request, so I'm going to oblige because this person is really and truly important to me. And I honestly don't like the situation at all. And if I have to really think about it, it sort of pisses me off. I could wake up in the middle of the night and just be pissed off that this shit is happening. Okay? And I'm always and I will always say that there is always two people in a relationship. Whatever relationship that you have with this one person, it's always going to be you having a relationship with one person. It's never going to be you having a relationship with one person plus another person. It doesn't look that way. It's always the one person. It simplifies every single thing that you do if you just keep thinking that you're in a relationship with one person. Okay? If, for instance, that you and your girlfriend is going through some sort of an issue, the person that you're supposed to be speaking to is actually the girlfriend. You don't speak about the issue, about the girlfriend with somebody else, like your mother. You don't do that, especially if you see you want the relationship that you have with the girlfriend to survive. You don't do that. You absolutely do not do that. You don't discuss your girlfriend with your mother unless of course you've already come to a decision and a conclusion that this is what you're going to do, and so you're just informing your mother that this is what you're going to do. That's what grown men do. Because you see, the thing is, when you're going through an issue with your girlfriend, okay, when you're going through this issue with your girlfriend, and you go and you discuss it with the mother, with your mother, or her parents, or her siblings, or anybody else, and you're telling them, like, oh, you need to speak to whoever. The thing is, you're not actually boosting your girlfriend's status among your parents at all. You're actually diminishing her status among your parents. You're diminishing her status among her own family members. You're diminishing her status among her friends. You're diminishing her status among her siblings. By doing this, you're actually breaking her down. You're isolating her. And I don't see anything positive actually coming out of this. Does anyone see anything positive coming out of this? No, no one sees anything positive coming out of this. Okay, so while you're diminishing your girlfriend's status, understand that you're causing the rift that is going to happen between your girlfriend and your family members. So if something were to happen, you cannot blame your girlfriend for it. You have to blame yourself because it was you who opened your mouth and went to discuss it with other people except her. It doesn't look that way. Does anyone see anything positive coming out of this? It just doesn't look that way. I've always said that there are two people in a relationship. Once you see, you understand that all this additional thing and all this extra stuff that's actually happening will not happen. Keep it in your mind that when you're in a relationship, that there are two people in a relationship. Always two people in a relationship. Okay? I don't like talking about in-laws. I've just never had an issue with in-laws, to tell the truth. I'm telling everybody out there who may not believe it, but I have never had an issue with in-laws. Absolutely never had an issue with in-laws. Oh, why is that the case? Considering that I'm always so opinionated. I believe what I believe. I say what I want to say. You would think that I would have problems with in-laws. I don't. Why is that? Number one, you have to understand that there are basically three reasons why you may have problems with your in-laws. Your first problem would basically be your partner. And I've always had a rule: in any relationship I've been to, if you have a problem with me, come and discuss it with me. Don't discuss it with anybody else. And we can sit and we can talk like adults. There is no need for you to go to your mother or to go to your father or to go to my parents and go discuss our business. If we are two grown-ups, we can sit down and talk like two grown-ups. You know? I've always had this rule. I don't want to hear my name any bloody way. I don't want to hear our business anyway. I don't want my friend to come and tell me shit. No, I don't want that at all. So I'll tell you point blank, if you have something to say, better come and tell it to me, not anybody else. No. So that was my rule. I don't want to see your mother sniffing up our problems at all. I don't want to hear shit from your mother. I want to hear it from your mouth. Okay? I've always had this rule. So I cut down that problem right away. So if you think you're going to whisper and go and talk about us with anybody else, sorry pal. I'm cutting that down clean. Okay? That's with my own parents. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm not going to tell if we have a problem. As soon as we have a problem, I get up and call my mother. No, I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown woman. I'm not going to go out there and go talk to my mother about our problems and our issues. I'm going to come and talk to you. And you better realize that my mind is strong enough to make up a decision on its own. I don't need to get up and go and talk to my mother and ask my mother what to do. No. Grown women don't need to do that because grown women are already grown. Our mothers already prepared us for life. And so we know exactly what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be talking to our partners. Because when our parents had their issues, you think we ever knew? You think we ever knew or we ever heard about it? And we're supposed to be sneaking by the doors and listening with our own little ears? Stuck up against the doors? No, we're not doing that. We don't go behind each other's backs and we're going to talk. We're going to come to each other and we're going to resolve our issue. If we are going to go and talk about our partners behind their backs, nothing positive is going to come out of it. My parents will not want me to be if a man is going to treat me bad and every time she has to hear if there is a problem like that. No, I'm going to cause problem between my mother, my parents, and this guy. That's what I'm going to be causing. And I'm diminishing his status. And I'm creating conflict for any sort of future that we have. That is what talking behind your partner's backs cause. That's what it causes. So we're closing that one problem. Problem number two, we might have with our in-laws. Number two could be our own selves. We have to understand that not everyone is like us. We don't do things the same. And we don't go into any sort of relationship, whether it be with the in-laws or anybody else. We don't go into any form of a relationship thinking that we already know everything and we know anything about it. I don't care what my partner says. I don't care what my partner says. I want to meet this person myself. Of course, if the person has had my partner, I will create the right sort of sympathy. I'll be the listening ear. I'm going to support my partners, I'm going to support you. I'm supposed to support you. Yeah, because I'm your partner. But you better believe that when I meet your parents, I'm going to treat your parents with respect. Okay? I'm going to treat your parents with respect. And I'm going to look at your siblings as my own siblings. Okay? That's how you got to do it. Even if your partner says, hey, oh, my mother this, my father that, oh, my uncle this, trust me, I had this guy once. Let me tell you something, this guy wake up in the middle of the night and he will be holding my hands and he will be telling me about all the sad things that he's been through with his family, how they've hurt him and everything like that. And like all night, I mean, I can imagine I'm like sleepy, and this guy is holding my hands in the middle of the night and he's looking at me and giving this entire story about what happened. You think when I met his parents I'm going to be like, I know what you did. I didn't take care of him. I didn't care about him. No, I didn't. I didn't. I treated him with respect. I don't know anything about what happened between you and whoever. Because let me tell you something. If you think your partner is better off without his family, you're delusional. And you're not ready. You are not ready for a solid relationship. You're not ready for a solid future. Even if your partner is not speaking to a family member, it is never up to you to pick up that fight. It's never up to you to pick up that fight. Your position as a woman is to create that bond, to be the glue in the family. Your position as a woman is to create the bond and be the glue in the family. Okay? Now, I'll honestly tell you, I'm not saying to kiss ass. Kiss ass, kissing ass will never work out. It will never work out. Kissing ass will just never work out. Okay? It's not going to work out. Listen up. What you gotta do is to just be yourself. Be yourself. Okay? Be your joyful self and understand that not everyone is the same, that not everyone was raised the same way. And you need to accept those persons for who they are. First of all, you need to get to know those persons. And then you're not just going to come with something already in your head. You get to know those persons for yourself. You accept them for who they are. And if there are things that you feel they can do better or get better at, or ways that you feel as if you can help, you help them, but you don't push yourself upon them. You give, they take. You give, they take, until the both of you arrive at one solid point. Most people think that basically being how would I say it? Most people think that when to be flexible, you have to give in completely. Actually, you don't. People don't realize that I'm extremely flexible because I do it so seamlessly, they don't even realize that I'm doing it. I do it in such a way that both of us win. We both get what we want, so we're both happy. Okay? So we can kind of get rid of that whole other issue because if you change your own mentality, okay, you give yourself a little open mind right there and then, you kind of avoid the entire issue about problems with the in-laws. And don't forget, no kissing ass. Kissing ass never works out. Number 3 kind of reason why you might have problems with your in-laws is your in-laws. Your in-laws just sometimes will just not like you because they feel like you're just not worthy. Okay, you're just not worthy. And it really has nothing to do with you. I think for you to kind of fight this, you have to kind of leave it up to your partner to kind of fix. It's up to your partner to kind of sell you, and at the same time you can kind of sell yourself. Like I said, no kissing ass, but you can just be the person that you are. You can be the loving kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are. You can't just do it like normal, just be normal. And if you're a really good person, and if you really have it within your heart to do something good, you'll get a good response. It will just take some time, but just kind of let it be. Let it be. Don't kiss ass. Just be the good person that you are. And if you are a good person, trust me, as much as they just don't like it, you would just be like that one little rash. I don't like to use rash because the rash kind of disgusts me. You'll just be like that one little pimple that you just can't get rid of, but it's just there. And they're going to think to themselves, it's okay. It looks good on my face. Was that a good analogy? I don't think so. I don't think so. Thinking of yourself as a pimple is just not going to work out. But people that really just don't like you, that's just how they get to deal with you. You're just like one of those persons that you just, okay, I just can't shake you off. I'm going to accept all your happiness and all your whatever. I'm going to love you anyway. Like blue cheese.